Hey yogis, welcome to my channel. I'm Amber from the Desert Daydreamer, and today I've got a yoga flow for you that is going to strengthen your lower body. We are going to be working the glutes, the thighs, and the calves. So you will need one block for this, which you can just put to the top right side of your mat. Otherwise, grab your mat and some water and get ready to get a little sweaty. I'll see you in just a moment. All right, so we are gonna begin in child's pose. Bring your toes together, spread your knees wide, reach your hands to the top of your mat, and rest your forehead down. Inhale through your nose, open your mouth, exhale. Trying to allow your hips to sink a little closer towards your heels. Inhale. Sigh it out. A few more breaths here. Just taking a couple moments to connect with your breath, connect with your body. Maybe set an intention if you'd like. Alright, pressing down through your hands on the tops of your feet, come up into a tabletop position. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale, arch your back, cow pose. Spread your collarbones. Exhale, round. Press the mat away from you. Inhale, arch. Maybe look up. Exhale, round. Tuck your chin and your tailbone. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Finding a neutral spine now. Engage your core. So think of drawing your navel towards your spine. Keeping your right leg bent, bring your knee back behind you. Flex your foot, tap the knee down, and lift it right back up for one. Tap it down and lift. Trying your best not to arch your back. Lift, two more, tap it down, and lift, one more, down, and lift. Hold here, hold. Extend your leg out. And just bring your toes down to the mat. So your right toes are tucked under, the top of your left foot is still on your mat. Lift your hips up and back, almost like you're coming into a downward facing dog. We're stretching out the top of the left foot. Now if you can't come all the way up, that's completely fine, just go as high as you can. Come back down and lift up. Awesome job. One more time. Come down and lift. Coming back down, coming back into your tabletop, and we're gonna take it right to the other side. So bring your left knee back behind you, flex your foot, tap the knee down, and lift it up for one. Down and lift, like you're trying to kick a hole through the ceiling. Up. Two more, down, up, one more, down, and up. Hold here, hold for just a moment. Extend the leg, bring the toes down. All right, you know where we're going now. Send the hips up and back, stretching out the top of the the right foot. Come back down and lift. Down and lift. Awesome job. Untucking your right toes and coming into our downward facing dog. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Your feet are about hips distance, and you can pedal it out here if you'd like. Releasing any tension from the backs of your legs. Gazing towards your thighs. Let's find stillness. Bring your feet together and inhale your right leg back behind you. Three-legged dog. Tap your toes down to the mat and lift up, down, and lift. One more, down and lift. Great job. Bend your knee. Bring it into your chest as you round forward, really round. Push the mat away from you and step your foot up in between your hands. If you cannot make it up, that's okay. Just grab your ankle with the same side hand and move your foot up. Bring your back knee down, untuck your back toes, and inhale your arms up into your low lunge. Making sure that your front knee is directly over your ankle. Engage your core here. Hug your inner thighs together. Stretching out your left hip flexor. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down to your mat and walk yourself back into your half split, extending your front leg. A wonderful stretch for your right hamstring. Thinking of drawing your right hip back and pushing your left hip forward. And that'll help keep your hips square. Two more breaths here. Great job. Coming back into that low lunge. Keep your fingertips down on your mat. Tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off your mat. Find your center here, coming up to your fingertips. And when you're ready, inhale up into your high lunge. We're gonna hold here for just a couple breaths. Really ground down through your front foot and the ball of your back foot. Awesome. All right, shifting your weights forward slightly, step your back foot up to meet your front. Big toes are touching, little space between your heels. Bend down, sweep the mat with your fingertips, and come up into your fierce pose, also known as your chair pose. Sitting your hips back, weight is in your heels, so you should be able to lift your toes off your mat. Reaching forward and up slightly, tucking your tailbone a little bit and engaging your core. Now I want you to keep this position here. Stay squatting down and just step your right foot back about 2 feet. Bring it back forward, left foot. Bring it forward and right. Keep going. Awesome job. And you're not stepping so far back that you have to come up into a high lunge. You should be able to stay in this squatting position. Last one. Come into your chair, hold. And take a forward fold, folding from your hips, not your lower back. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back into your plank position. Push the mat away from you, shift forward. You can come down to your knees if you'd like, and take your Chaturanga Dandasana, lowering down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Whew, good job. All right, we're gonna go right into the other side. Bring the feet together. Inhale your left leg back behind you. Tap the toes down and lift for 1. Tap them down, lift, tap them, and lift. Bend your knee and step that foot forward in between your hands. Bring the back knee down. You can untuck the back toes and inhale your arms up into your low lunge. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down and take it back, half split. Flexing in your front foot. Walking your hands back forward into your low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee off the mat. Find your balance. Inhale, high lunge. Just a couple breaths here, making sure that your front knee is not going past your ankle. Shifting your weight forward slightly and stepping that back foot up to meet your front. Bringing your big toes together, little space between your heels. Bend down, touch your mat, and come up, chair pose. All right, and we get to do that all over again. So this time, step your left foot back and bring it forward. Right foot back and forward. Try to stay squatting down. As you do this, your hips are gonna wanna start to lift. I feel mine doing it. Keep going. Use your breath, you've got this. Few more. Last one. Awesome job. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down next to your feet. Step back into your plank position. Shifting forward, take your Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Downward facing dog. Whew. Good job, you guys. Take a moment here, find your breath. And looking to the top of your mat, bend your knees and walk your feet up to meet your hands. You can grab onto your block and just move it onto your mat. And roll up to standing, nice and slow. Take your time. Awesome. And we are just going to face the left side of our mat. Whew. With your left foot, take a big step out to the left. Keep your left toes facing the side of your mat and bring your right toes to face the top of the mat. Extend your arms out in opposition, coming into your warrior two, bending deeply into that right leg, making sure that you're lining up your right heel to your left arch. So you can take a look down at your feet really quick if you need to. And you're pressing down through the pinky toe edge of your left foot. Couple breaths here, finding a slight tuck in your tailbone, energetically drawing your feet together. And there's energy shooting out your fingertips, so I don't want to see any noodle fingers here. Inhale, exhale, side angle, bringing your right forearm to your right thigh, reaching your left arm up. Couple more breaths here. Keep bending into that right knee. Awesome job. You can go ahead and look down towards your foot, grab onto your block, and you're gonna bring it just slightly to the right top of your right foot. Bring your left hand to your hip and go ahead and step your left foot up a couple of feet. So you're just bringing your feet a little closer together. Now you're gonna hold on to your block, really shift your weight forward into your right foot, and when you're ready, lift your back foot off the mat, flexing your foot, and you're opening your hips here. Half moon posture. Now, of course, you can stay here with your hand on your hip. Otherwise, if you like, you can reach your top arm up. Holding here for just a couple breaths. If you're wobbling, that is completely fine. If you fall out, it's okay. Just get right back into it. One more breath. Awesome job. And slowly, mindfully coming back into that warrior two. You can grab onto your block and just move it to the other side of your mat. Awesome. And we're just gonna take our warrior two on the other side now. So your right toes are gonna face the side of your mat, left toes are gonna face the back of your mat. Woo. Bending into your left knee. Engage your core. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, side angle. Look up. You're doing amazing. Maybe even find a little smile. 2 more breaths. Inhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Let it go. Looking down to your foot, grab onto your block, bring your top hand to your hip, and step your back foot up a couple feet. And we're gonna take your half moon on the other side. So grab onto that block, shift your weight into your left foot, and then begin to lift your right foot off the mat, flexing your foot as if you're pressing it into a wall. Again, stay here if you'd like with your hand on your hip. Otherwise, you can reach your top arm up. Half moon posture. Really grounding down through your left foot. You've got this. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Step it back, warrior 2. Beautiful job. Now all we're gonna do here is step to the back of your mat. And you can move your block off to the side now. We won't need it anymore. Bring your feet together, big toes are touching, little space in your heels. Squat down, touch your mat, chair pose one more time. You've got this. This is the last one, I promise. Really reaching forward. Now you can stay here, but if you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, come onto your tippy toes. Now we're gonna lower, not all the way down, just 1 inch at a time for 3, for 2, and 1. It's okay if you're wobbling, it's okay. Stay on your toes and come all the way up with control. Reach up and release. Exhale, take a forward fold. Woo. Beautiful job, you guys. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back into your plank position, and take it right back into your downward facing dog. Extending now your right leg back behind you, bend your knee, and take your pigeon pose, bringing your right knee to your right wrist and your ankle to your left. You might need to scoot your back knee back just a bit. Make sure that your hips are square. And if you'd like, you can stay up on your hands or you can make your way down onto your forearms. You can even rest your head down on your mat if you'd like. And if your shin begins to move into your body, that is completely fine. Just let it. You never want to force your shin out. And just relaxing here, enjoying this stretch all in your right glute. Maybe even close your eyes. It's time to release, making your way back up to your hands. Tuck your back toes and come into your downward facing dog. Going right into the other side, left leg extends back behind you, bend your knee and take your pigeon. Again, hips are square. And again, you can stay up on your hands or you can come down if you'd like. And you really want to make sure that you're not rounding your back too much. When you do this, you evade the stretch. So you want to make sure that you're shining your chest forward. And just breathing here. Just enjoying this stretch, enjoying this moment. Couple more breaths. Making your way back onto your hands. Tuck your back toes and lift up, downward facing dog. Coming onto your hands and knees, keep your knees together and take a child's pose. Bring your forehead down to your mat. Now if you'd like, you can stay here for as long as it serves you. However, if you'd like to close out your practice with me, then go ahead and begin to walk your hands into your body. Coming up into a seated position. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. One more time, inhale, reach up. Take the biggest breath you've taken all day. Exhale, release. Bringing your hands to your heart. And bowing down to your hands, thanking yourself for doing something so good for yourself. It's been my honor to guide you. I hope you feel a little more happy and a little more healthy in your body after this practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.